Hey everyone, today we got something to talk, and yeah, it's not about the art and my favorite T92 HMT, which one I love to play. I mean, it is what it is, that's salty true. But I want to talk about the World of Tanks and all the paywall and is going on. Let's say it straight away. All the madness, all the gambling, and yeah, that's actually awful. And I can totally agree with you all, guys, that what is Wargaming doing is just crazy. They're milking us. They're truly milking us. And I can confirm that just by saying, obviously, me as a content creator, we're getting free boxes and we can check that out. What is the drop rate? What is the tanks and so on? Obviously, I got those boxes and I opened them. And I can confirm, please do not buy them because they are overpriced. If you're willing to spend a small amount of money and think that you can get tier 10, more likely you're gonna be really disappointed, because apparently in 668 boxes I got only 7 tanks, which is pathetic in my opinion. That is like a 500 or 600 or even more pounds in the UK. And if you think about it, that is just a game where you're gonna get a few tanks, right? Obviously, there is a lot of games where you're gonna pay the same amount of money, probably, I guess not, for skins, for example. But in this situation, if you're willing to spend 1.5, 1.6 thousand pounds, you may actually get all the tanks, which is, it's mind-blowing. It's a max milking level. We thought there was no max level because there was a Christmas boxes and so on, but apparently the Wargaming surprised us with the max level milking ball. And I'm just afraid, you know, what are we gonna get in Christmas, to be fair, if we went so big ham on May, where is nothing, honestly nothing, like there is no event, and we went with the max milking. I call that milking because nothing else you can say that, right? And for example, I have a second account and I want to get those tanks, but I won't, because it's impossible, first of all, to get unless you're really lucky. But it's almost impossible to get them. I'm definitely not gonna spend money, and it's just disappointment, big disappointment, because in Christmas boxes you can get all the tanks, and you calculate if you spend this amount of money, you will get guaranteed tank, bam bam bam, and then you're gonna spend like £300 or something like that, more likely. But on top of that, you're gonna get gold, although you're getting gold here as well, but not the same amount. And on the Christmas, you get compensations. For some reason, they removed compensation in this situation as well. Maybe that would be a little bit less drama if they would keep the compensation, as it was. But once again, it's just, in one world, it's just pathetic. Honestly, if you have to spend half of the £1,000 and get only 7 tanks, it is a little bit mind-blowing if you think about it, right? It is a little bit mind-blowing. You know what's the best thing? The best thing is they introduced a new already testing tank. They already introduced the new testing tank, which is hilarious. They did not even wait for a drama will end it up. They posted on Facebook a BZT/70, a heavy tank, obviously, with 1250 alpha. I mean, and it's derp gun basically. It's 190mm penetration. Yeah, I mean, or 320. So basically, a driving heavy Arta, which basically on Leicester is the same. Like, it's, I've seen the same tank, same looking tank, and it's tier 11 over there. And then they're just copy pasting. Honestly, just copy pasting tank. The double shot MBT-B, BB, is the same copy-paste from Leicester. They got autoloader, which reloads the same amount almost time, and they can shred the people for 3,000 or something like that. So they made a little bit smaller versions, which is pathetic, honestly. And they introduced a new tank already, which is also stupid, in my opinion, obviously, because it's tier 10 and you got over 1000 alpha, obviously you got no penetration, blah blah blah, but it's bullshit. Then I guess they got turbo as well, and they did not even wait till event is over. They introduced a new tank, they introducing the new drama as well. Obviously no one actually talking about it yet, but they will talk about it. Trust me, they will talk about it. Well, they must introduce that tank, right? I mean, they milking. And if you think about it, in 2025, if we count towards Christmas boxes, we had the Patrick's Day boxes, right? And we had the Waffle Trigger mode with the boxes as well, right? If I'm correct. Well, overall, we got already 4 times boxes. Obviously, this one is a massive one. This one is like a, I don't even know how you call that. That's triple boxes. So in total, we got 7 times already boxes this year, right? It's box in the box and after box. And after box, you're gonna get the middle finger and then the box again. But yeah, I mean, and that's not even half year past. So what's gonna happen in the next upcoming 6 months or 7? If you think about it, right? I think so. It's gonna be interesting year to see what World Gaming going to do, and if they're not gonna go and do any actions after this amazing event with amazing tanks, and why I'm saying amazing tanks, to be fair, I've seen MBT-B, really good players playing it. They're dealing a massive amount of damage, 10,000, 7,000. It's just like nothing. It's situational tank, but at the same time, if the good player gonna take it, more of the times you're gonna make it work. And trust me, you don't want to play against him in the randoms, because you're just gonna get wrecked. And at the same time, I've seen a lot of bad games, but you know, it's as I said, situational. But yeah, they're introducing toxic tanks, which is very difficult to get, first of all. But at the same time, if you're lucky, I'm not gonna say anything. If you're lucky, obviously you're gonna get it. Fact that you have to spend so much money is a little bit scaring, because what is gonna happen later on? What's gonna happen in the end of the year? How does the Christmas boxes, loot boxes, gonna look like this year? Because if you think about it, on May, randomly, we got a box in the box after box, and in the box you get the middle finger. What's gonna happen on the Christmas? I think so, something special, honestly. Bit afraid, but we will see, right? And as a content creators, we can't do a lot. We can just bark, and that's the best thing what you can do, bark. And we still need to release the content. Me as a small streamer or YouTube maker, we got recently past 2,000 subscribers. Thank you for every single of you. I have to create content, right? And I have to review the tanks, and I'm doing that always, with all due respect. I don't support the Gamba, but I have to do tank reviews. Yeah, like we did an MBT review. In the same time, in this video, we're gonna do Chieftain in one small video, just to see what this tank is capable of. People can be aware what is the weakness, what is the strong part of the tank. And I'm not promoting anything. I'm not promoting the tank. I'm not promoting the Gamba. Gamba is totally rubbish. Trust me. I would highly do not recommend to buy it. But obviously, it's your money. Do whatever you want. But you're gonna overprice it. You're gonna overpay. Trust me. You're gonna overpay. But as every single loot boxes. But fortunately, in this situation, I'm not going to give away boxes anymore, because I'm not supporting it. I'm not gonna give people an opportunity to see a Gamba or gamble themselves if they win the giveaway. And every time when there is a loot boxes, any loot boxes, I'm doing giveaways with the boxes. Unfortunately, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna do it as normal giveaways as we always done, with the gold. And yeah, I mean, maybe in that way we're gonna support the fact that boxes are overpriced. And at the same time, we did not open boxes on the live stream, because I think so that's also bullshit, and I don't want to support this kind of event which is overpriced. Pyramid techniques, a little bit familiar as well, which is awful if you think about it. I heard a lot about pyramid, and that sounds like a pyramid, to be fair. Plus no compensation, small amount of gold or rewards overall for what you're paying. It's just massive and overpriced, honestly. And the tanks overall is broken, and people on randoms are getting mad and crazy. I've seen a lot of drowning, a lot of pushing, a lot of stories that people actually just pushing or blocking the new tanks in the game. it's just crazy. People stream sniping or doing something with the artilleries just to make experience of the new players, or should I say new tanks, awful as much as possible, which is sad. Which is sad part. Obviously, it's sad that Mr. H.R. Raymond also managing to do 5,000 damage and 1,800 or 1,900 stun. Because why not? It's also a part of World of Tanks where you can just sit in the back, enjoy your tea, coffee, food, breakfast, pizza, or whatever, and do this certain amount, great amount of damage, and even get a profit as well from that. No judging. I love to click as well, by the way. It's relaxing. It helps for your brain after all this kind of drama, right? But yeah, as I mentioned before, yeah, I have to do the reviews of the tank. I have to let you guys aware what the tank are capable, or what is the strongest part of the tank, or weakness, the biggest weakness, right? And for example, this Chieftain is not a great tank. Trust me, in my opinion, it's not a great tank. It's nothing too special. He's the only one strongest part is a hold down when you can actually farm, and obviously the gun. And this tank is more likely medium with all brain cell I have. I don't know how many, but I can tell you that's a medium tank in a heavy body, but the armors doesn't work like a heavy. I played this tank, I tested it out a few times, and I can tell you the weak spot on the right side is just massive and pathetic. Well, for a heavy, that's too massive, right? And armors, it's against the 310 millimeters, so you're more likely gonna get penetrated quite often, unless, as I mentioned before, you're gonna be in a hold down. Even in the hold down, you're gonna get penetrated in mental. You can side scrape, yes, you can, but at the same time, you're gonna get penetrated because you got weak spots on the left side or right side, frontal armors, or even a side overall. So, in my opinion, this tank is a proper medium, 54 millimeters on the sides, and yeah, 25 millimeters on the back. So, Art is gonna enjoy you as well as a heavy. And the weak spot is too easy to penetratable. Although, as I mentioned, hold down is the key. Hold down is the key, and if you manage to work in the hold down, and the enemy is gonna be really friendly for you to donate, this what's gonna happen. And this is example, one of the best maps for this tank. For any hold down tanks, to be fair, and in this situation you're just gonna use your gun as much as possible, and this gun has a great gun handling. Trust me, really great gun handling, and the reload time for 400 alpha is massive. It's a 6.6 second, although this is a standard equipment. So yeah, with this kind of stuff, Chieftain will have still great reload in my opinion, and DPM is 3.6 thousand, which is a massive. If you think about it, it's massive, but that DPM you need to make work, right? It's not gonna be like someone gonna stand in the open. Yeah, it will be sometimes, but most of the times you will have to make it work. And considering what kind of weak spots you got, and I showed you before what kind of weak spots you got, it's gonna be a little bit rough, trust me. But I did play with this tank a few times, I tested it out, and trust me, people snapped that weak spot without aim. Trust me, you're gonna get outplayed, and you're gonna be angry because in your brain's been digged out that Chieftain has a great arm, right? Unpenetratable. Even after the nerf, the real Chieftain has a great armors, right? They increase the reload time, they reduce the mobility, they made the gun more derpy, but the armors are still great if you think about it. This tank, don't rely on armors. It's a medium, and you can outplay this tank quite easy. Don't be afraid, you will outplay him really easy. Although, if you go with the tryhard setup, like probably most of the times you guys gonna go, I would go and highly recommend experimental level 3, pond rammer or bounty rammer, experimental HP, which protects the armor rack and everything, and increase the mobility as much as possible, because, as I said, this tank is a medium, right? And you need mobility. If you're gonna try to play as a heavy, trust me, you're gonna a little bit regret because of the 400 alpha. Fast reload, but people not gonna trade so easy with you. You're gonna do 400, they're gonna give you 600 or 500, and you're gonna be a little bit struggle. Although ammunition is pretty great in my opinion, one of the best probably standard round penetrations in a heavy tank, and the premium rounds are 310 and shell velocities are great. And on top of that, it's a British, and 140 hash rounds, high explosions, should I say, 515 alpha every 6.6 seconds. or with this setup, let's make it 6.4 second, right? You can make it even faster, right? If you put the vents, directives rammer. So we got almost 4K DPM, right? But yeah, you need to make it work. This tank is difficult in my opinion. Why it's difficult? Because trust me, not often you're gonna have a hold down, you're gonna overpick, and the people are just gonna pan your upper plate or sides or even weak spot or even face. If you manage to bounce these kind of shots, you're gonna be lucky. And then once again, this map, this game is one of the better for this gentleman. Map is perfect. Let's say it like that. It's one of the best maps for this tank. Obviously, if you're gonna overpick and make mistakes and you're gonna get baited by 257, you're gonna get shots to the side, and as we just got it, one of the shots. But once again, is it the broken tank? Yes, it is a little bit, and we just got penetrated, as you can see, straight away in the weak spot. And I was kind of in the hold down, and he pens straight away in the weak spot. So don't rely on armors, trust me. Don't rely. It's gonna be difficult to rely on armors, and people have to be, I don't know, special, I guess, if they're not gonna pen your weak spot. But the weak spot is really high. And in this situation, as you can see, we're gonna show you what the high explosions are capable, and every 6.6 second can do a 563. Can we do another one? Snap that shot and 511. And once again, we're getting shredded. We're getting side shots straight away from the enemies, and yeah, I mean, we lost all hit points quite quickly. And as a heavy tank, we got small amount of the HP, which is 2.2 thousand. Without HP boost or without tryhard setup. So that's definitely small amount of HP. Although you can go to 2.5, which is a definitely great boost already. But once again, do you really want this tank? Which is great only gun-wise, and the rest is just a platform, in my opinion. Honestly, humble and honest opinion. And the price you have to pay for this tank, I don't think so. It's worth it. It's unique, yeah. No, not really. No, it's not really unique, to be fair. And you got no armors, and yeah, you managed to bounce that one. I should be dead, to be fair. But you got a great gun. There's a lot of tanks with a great gun, right? Centurion AX. It's like a hybrid of Centurion AX and, I don't know, a little bit of Super Conqueror, not even Chieftain or something, Super Conqueror. And I just got, again, penetrated in a weird place. And just like that, we got all HP gone already. But we got still DPM, right? We got still DPM, and yeah, as I mentioned, this tank is like a hybrid of AX and Super Conqueror, because Super Conqueror can get penetrated in the weak spots, in the turret weak spots, in the gun mantle, and so on. So this little bit familiar, just a little bit less armor. But yeah, the gun is great. But once again, is it worth it? I don't think so. And the fact how much you need to pay, and someone is greedy, I don't think so it's worth it. But yeah, at least you know about that. I'm not promoting. Don't buy. I'm not supporting this. It's overpriced. All those tanks are overpriced. And let's get real. It's too much, right? It is too much, and even from those boxes, I think so, Wargaming made the joke, you can see what you can get when you open them. I mean, everyone have a home or even a hidden one, right? So yeah, don't be sad when the boxes are gone. We got a new tank with 1250 alpha, so everything will be sorted. This drama will be gone because there will be or they're already making a new drama, right? But anyway, let's hope so they're gonna fix it. Let's hope so they will start to realize it's a little bit too much if community is going so crazy, and they're still gonna ignore it. It's gonna be, I think so, a lot of player lost or disappointment as well from content creators, because content creators making the YouTube videos, they making the living from that. We still not. We are on it. One day we maybe gonna be full-time streamers, remember? So like and subscribe. But one day maybe we're gonna become a full-time streamers, and we're gonna rely on wargaming decisions as well, a lot. But in this situation, they're just crossing the line a lot, and enough of the loot boxes, enough of milking. God damn it. Jesus. It's enough. waffle trigger for 100,000 gold. What the heck is wrong with you? Come on. Stop it. In the next 2 months, probably will be another loot boxes, honestly. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope so you like it and subscribe it. Thank you, HR Raymond, for the great, difficult clicking replay. And yeah, that was my review of the Chieftain. And don't buy it. It's shit. I swear. Like and subscribe, and see you soon. Bye-bye. GodPack's up.